I need somebody to heal, somebody to know.
Love relationships. Somebody will just walk up to you wanting a relationship. Do you really understand? Well, today we want to acknowledge our sponsors: Beam Light Movement, Akuda Talk Show, Licious Beauty Parlor, and then Joy International Ministries. Today we want to have an interview with our guest. Bishop, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Bishop, love and lust. What's the difference?
Akuda, love, lust. Let's be very honest here. Love, lust, they look same. They resemble, but you see, lust seeks to chase love, and lust seeks pretending to be love. Lust wants to deceive whoever it is to take it as love. No, it is not. Let me show you this. When love was corrupted, that nature was corrupted and thrown or relegated to the background, lost and gone. It was lust that came to the fore. That was what the enemy projected, so to speak. When you see love, love abides, love covers, love defends. When we go into 1 Corinthians chapter 13, for instance, it will tell you from verse 4, love is kind, love is gentle, love does not vaunt itself, love keep no record of wrong, love rejoice in the truth, love this, love that. Yes, that is what love is. Love is such that it stays, it abides, it seeks the good of all, it rejoices in the truth, it doesn't do evil. Love doesn't hurt. I've heard people saying love hurts. No, it's not true.
Love has
No,
been pain.
it's never true. Love never hurts.
Love has been pain.
Love is not pain. You see?
Love has been
You see
pain.
what you're saying? Love is not pain. It is lust that is pain. It is lust that hurts. Yes. So whenever you see a thing like that happening, which is pain, which is hurt, which is disappointment, which is deception, which is not true, which is fake, that is lust, not love. Because love has nothing to do with those stuffs. That is lust. So for one to be able to decipher between love and lust, listen, love fakes it. Lust fakes it. Lust deceives. Lust pretends. Lust is not true. Lust lies. Oh, yes. Oh,
Lust
yes.
is not true.
No, lust is not true. Lust lies. See, when love tells you that I want you, I need you, it means it. But when lust comes your way and tells you, I need you, I want you, it is something that it is looking for. When it gets that thing, it is done with you. That is not love. When love says, I need you, I want you, I desire you, he is talking about the entirety of you, the very embodiment of your being. That is what love will be saying, I want, I desire. But when lust says, I want you, there is something particular that it is looking for, that it has seen and it wants. When it gets it, that is all about it. Now, love is not selfish, Akuda. Love is not selfish. Love shares. Love sacrifices. All right? Lust doesn't. Lust doesn't share. It may want to share, but it is sharing with an ulterior motive. Lust doesn't sacrifice. No. It is selfish. It wouldn't sacrifice.
But
It would only give for the purposes of gaining. That is not what love does. Lust does that to gain, but love sacrifices for the benefit of all.
it's still gaining, right?
No, for the benefit of all, at least, if not for himself, for the benefit of whom he or she loves.
When somebody says I love you, What does that mean? Could it be love or lust? When somebody says, I love you.
Yes, it could be love truly, and it could be lust. Yes, yes. You see, Akuda, this world we live in, anything and everything is possible. We live in the real world, not in the ideal world. When God created man, he placed man in an ideal world. So truth be told, what it is what we see. But when man fell, man descended, man dropped from the ideal world into the real world. I'm telling you. Therefore, in the real world, anything and everything happens, anything and everything is possible. And yes, that is what it is. So when somebody comes to you and says that, I love you, it could be true, it could be false. It could be love truly, it could be lust and not love. For you to be able to decode, listen, the Lord help you. I will not sit here and suggest that it is very easy to identify that, no, this is.
Can't I identify by his shoe or his dress?
No, please.
Can't I identify by the kind of diction he brings?
Now that is what easily deceives. When the man has trimmed his beard so well and has touched his attire, and he would open his chest up for you to see all that you please.
But Bishop, I have a friend who says if a man truly loves you, when you want to sit in a car, he would open the car door for you. When you go sitting, he would have to take the chair. Isn't that love?
No, that is courtesy.
Wow.
No,
but that is not love.
No. I mean that is courtesy.
Now
that is courtesy. I mean, and we are supposed to be courteous. I mean, that is okay. But if you want to assume that, see, some do not just practice courtesy, they are responsible because the car door is faulty. So he goes in to help you open it. That's not even courtesy. That is helping out to make sure that you are able to sit and it fits, the door fits well and the rest like that. Now you don't take courtesy to be love. No. Love is a different thing altogether. Lust could do that. Lust could be courteous and would use that as a bait. You see, love doesn't bait anything. It comes very realistic. It comes very open. It comes very genuine. It comes very truthful. Lust comes with all kinds of deception. It comes with baits so that it will lure you. It has the ability to lure you into its net. And then when it gets you, it will only lust to make good use of you. Right? And when it is done, it is done.
Bishop, that comes back to my next question. Love and being in a relationship itself.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that if it is fun the person wants, why can't the person tell you, I want fun? If it is sex, why won't they tell you, I want sex? But rather than making people follow, thinking they're in a relationship, they're in love, for you to only now realize it is not, but it was rather fun the person wants. Why?
Kuda, you've just helped me. You've answered the question for me.
I have not.
No, you have. You see,
no.
Just like I'm saying, that is what lust does. So you're asking me, why wouldn't the individual just come out open and just say, this is what I want?
Because when you tell me you want fun, and I am ready to have fun with you, we go, we roll.
You will not accept it.
We will. A lot of ladies will go.
You will not.
Bishop, they will.
Let's just be realistic. You see?
They will.
I'm a realist.
If that person have time on their side,
if they know you're going to accept that, they wouldn't come lying. When they go to the prostitute, they know the prostitute is there for the fun of it, and that is
but
it.
Why must you lie to
That is what lust does.
Yes,
That is what lust does. It will deceive and lure, and whatever thing it will take to deceive you, it will do. It will employ all tactics and deploy that means to get you. Listen, I heard a story about a guy chasing a certain lady. And it is a true story. And the lady in the area was known as a hard nut to crack. Right? But the gentleman was very subtle, took his time, employed and deployed all the tactics at his disposal. He did all he could. He was very patient, very tactful, very skillful, maneuvered his way through properly. He got the lady. He didn't rush it. He took his time. It took years, maybe a year or two. The lady fell for it because, well, he has shown himself to be and the likes. Okay. When he gave way, opened the page 11, and the gentleman had access to read and write his notes very, very well and leave his footprints. After he had done that, he walked away. And the lady felt broken. Now, when he came, the lady, who is a hard nut, knew, okay, well, the way I've handled, carried myself, the way he has come, this is love. She wouldn't have fallen for the lust. But the deception of the day that lust carries was able to get her to say yes to that which was not true. And when the gentleman had his way, he was long gone. It happens to men too, where they fall for certain women, assuming, but they are buediwas. They come to help you spend what you have.
Abuedi what?
No, they are buediwas. They come to help you, and then they when you're oh dear. Oh
Which
my
of
God.
what? Abuediwa.
Not I said buediwa. Buediwa.
Oh, okay, I'm not born wedi.
That is it. Wow.
Wow.
You see, and it so happens that you would think, you keep spending, you think she is for real. No, she's not for real. She's only there for the highest bidder. Yeah, that is what it is. So many people fall to the trap. They fall into it, assuming that this is love. This is true love. I told you that love resembles lust. Sorry, lust resembles love. But it is not. Yes, it projects itself as love, but it is not. It is lust.
There is this saying that what is in you sustains you. So does it mean we all carry lust? That is why we attract. Because in science, is it physics or chemistry? They say like things attract.
You're sounding very technical, but you see, whatever thing you carry could sustain you or could destroy you. It depends on what you carry. And I've said it time and time and again, that in the ideal, love is in the nature. That is it. But when man fell, love is corrupted. Love is destroyed, sort of. Love is relegated. Love is lost. Love is gone. It doesn't mean it is not there, but it is corrupted. And lust is now at the forefront. That is what it is. So at any point in time, depending on how one carries himself, if it is lust that you carry in you, ultimately it will destroy you. If all you do is lust-led and lust-directed and lust-instructed, so to speak, then it will destroy you ultimately. But if it is love, I'm telling you, it will sustain you to the very end.
It will sustain you to the very end. We want to go for a break. We'll be back soon.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know.
We are welcome back. Bishop, can one be in a relationship to the point of marriage and yet it is lust, not love?
Yeah.
How did they get there?
Yeah, it's possible. You see,
Marriage is supposed to be a serious institution with all checks before you finally settle down in marriage.
yes.
How can lust find its way into?
Sometimes I speak something and it runs through all that I say ultimately. In the real world, everything, anything is possible.
Okay.
All right. Therefore, one could follow after lust, be in a relationship, end up in marriage, and it is lust and not love. Yes. Let me say it in this way. You see, lust selfishly go for something that it desires. And whilst it sees it, it will go for it, attach itself to it, be committed to it, be loyal to it. It is not loyal to the entirety of the being, that human being, but a part of that human being that entices him or her. For women, it is much about money, fame, and the likes. For men, typically, primarily, it is more about the features.
Today, men too is more about money and fame. It cuts across.
Yes, but you see, men do not. No, women do not fall for men because of nyash.
No, but they go for
because of hips.
They go for the
they do, but I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying that for women, it is more about money. Listen, a woman will choose money over six packs.
Really?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh no.
A woman will choose pot belly that has money than a six pack who is poor.
I don't think so.
Oh, but then you are not being realistic, Akuda. You are not being realistic. And a man,
pot belly over six packs.
Oh yes, of course.
Wow.
Six packs, you see, well, men will follow when it is lust. I mean, they will follow after nyash, size of the ass, as it were, the bounce. They will look at the chest, the formation of the breast, standing. They will look at hips. They will look at beauty. It entices them, and when it is lust, that is what they are attached to. That is why they came closer. That is why they say or they think they are in love. No, they are not in love. It is lust. Now they get attached to that as long as that which entices them remains.
So here is the case. The lady has packaged her backside, and then at the long run, you see it deflated. You walk away.
Definitely.
Why?
When he gets into the room and he realizes that that is not
packaging,
you've only packaged, then it is lust, not love. Because he didn't come for the entirety of the being. He came only for that. Realizing that is not, he has been deceived. Why would he remain? Lust doesn't abide. It doesn't stay. No, it will not. It will go away. Let me give you an example. In the Bible, in the book of Genesis, we are given a story about Jacob, who went to his uncle Laban, and he found two daughters, fell in love with the junior, and said, I am going to work 7 years to pay her bride price. And he was told, okay. But on the day he ended and required that his wife be given to him, the story has it that the woman was given to him in the night. In the night.
Wow.
That is what lust does. It functions in the night and will draw you into darkness so that you can't see. The marriage was consummated in the dark, no light, no illumination.
How would he see
no
woman there?
No realization, nothing. So he saw this is a woman, had the features, touched and read page 11. He read it. In the morning, when light came, when illumination, when understanding had come, darkness, deception had now given way, so to speak, he now realized that, no, this is not what I paid for. I had been deceived. Therefore, he sent a complaint and he was told, no. These are some of the things, right? Now, he couldn't divorce because they don't. In our day-to-day, what do you think would have happened? Quickly, he would have divorced because this is not what it was meant to be. He had to work another 7 years to be given the right woman. What happened? He loved the one he truly wanted as a wife and didn't love this one, which was a scheming against him.
But he had already slept with that one.
That is it. So many people are in marriages today not because of love, but because of lust. And they will continue to be there because of lust. Additionally, some get used to that and they remain. But I bet you, time will tell. The danger is when that thing which enticed, which attracted, which is the lust, leaves, which when that thing is no more there, I bet you, the ability for the individual to stay, maybe less than 5%.
Bishop, a grown-up man told me that it is lust that leads you to love. He said you would have to last before you could know true love.
I beg to differ. Maybe he doesn't understand what lust is.
And then we hear stories.
Love has nothing to do with love. They are worlds apart. But one pretends to be the other. One tries to act as the other. Love is love. It is lust that tries to. I got what I'm saying. See, when love is approaching you, it approaches to express what it has and how it wants to handle and treat you. In so doing, it acknowledges, it accepts, it appreciates, it cherishes, it identifies, it values you, and is ready to take you there, the entirety of your being. That is why when there is a problem, he stands, or it stands, she stands to help you out. He will sacrifice, she will sacrifice, abide, stay with you to overcome the challenges. Lust doesn't do that. He came to you because he saw a nice girl, very beautiful. When the beauty wanes, that is why Bible warns us in the book of Proverbs. It warns us about beauty. Beauty is vain because beauty wanes. So when it wanes, if all your focus had been on that beauty and you say that is what it is, you got attached to her, to him, as it were, what will happen when the beauty wanes? It is in vain. But it says, a woman that fears the Lord, she shall be praised. You see, beauty will be appreciated, but it is not that which is really known. Acknowledging and appreciating, accepting you and cherishing you, identifying who you are and valuing you goes beyond just the beauty. Beauty speaks, beauty counts. But when it comes to love, it goes far beyond the beauty. I have heard in the account being said that your beauty will take you there, but your character will bring you back.
Wow.
Meaning that you're beautiful, so you carry the attraction, you will go there. But when your character is bad, it will lead you back. What has happened? You see, the individual in question was misled, thinking that I have love. No, he doesn't have love. If he truly has love, when the character is bad, it will try all ways and means to help you shape it. That is what love is.
Bishop, going on, we've heard stories, we've heard our old folks say they pair two people together, and then one would say, the lady or the guy would say, oh, women don't know. But they will tell you, say, oh, you grow to love the person.
In the olden times, some years back, what I realized and what I have seen is that they do what they do on convenience basis. They do what they do, their matchmaking is because you don't have a say. Today, knowledge abounds.
But that one, I think it really worked well. Almost naturally. Like they stay, they don't have problems. They don't have anything that is bothering. They stay in that marriage long.
Yeah.
But today we
who
see
said
that
I could take your time. Who said they stayed in for long because of love?
but at least they stayed.
Some stayed in because they were slaves.
Really?
Some stayed in because they were serving.
Exactly. Serving.
I'm telling you,
Why?
see, because that was the structure that was built. Especially the women, you have no say. He is your Lord, he is your master. So you go serve, you're a wife, your role is this, your role is that. You are trained with that. So that is how you are built. You conform to that. That is a society, and then you are into it. Now that knowledge abounds. In those days, the women were relegated to the background. They have nothing doing. So they totally depended on the men. And your family, sometimes you go into it for the benefit of the family, not even you. So they were in there. Yes, it is true. They were acting better. They were surviving better. Their marriages did not easily break like that. I've given you some of the reasons. Some were genuine love. They felt okay. Let's not discount that. They felt okay and it was good enough. Fine. But in most cases, or in some cases, it was slavery, it was servitude, it was convenience. I'm being very honest with you. That is what it was. But yes, they stayed, and some would think they were happily married. They have no. Some were beaten, battered, black and blue, and they remained there because they had nowhere to go. When you go to your family, they will push you back. Your mother will tell you it is normal. I'm suffering the same thing from your dad. I suffered the same thing. It's like that. So learn to stay with it. Learn to live with it. They are killed, they are maimed, and the rest like that. But they stayed because they had nowhere going. Many a woman stayed in such abusive relationship and marriages because they totally depended on the man. They had nothing to do for themselves. They had nowhere to go. So they would choose to remain and even be killed, unfortunately. Akuda. So that is what it is. That is what it is. I mean,
Before we shut down, Bishop, how can we cure last? Is last curable?
yes, it
Which
is.
hospital, which medicine, antibiotics for what? Or analgesics?
Okay, let me give a few recommendations quickly. You see, self-identification helps. Let us be true to ourselves. Let us come to that point of realization. That is the key to curing that last. Very important. Don't be misled and assume when something, you see, be true to yourself. When you realize that I have an interest in this kind and in this type of women, it is your weakness. It is not wrong. It is your weakness.
So that is last.
Wait, it is your weakness. Begin to work on it so that you don't let it mislead you. Some are fearfully made, some are wonderfully made. It is your choice. I love Nyash. It is your choice. I love hips. It is your choice. I love breasty. It is your choice. I love short. It is your choice. I love tall, long, this, that. That is your choice. But don't let that dictate to you, because you may end up following after that and you end up wrongly. Because if it is all about that and you get committed to, you dedicate to it, you become loyal to it, when it is not there, what happens to you? So be honest with yourself. Okay, I love this thing, but look beyond that. Go beyond that. That if it is not there, what happens? When you begin to ask yourself those questions, you will realize that you will be beating the last to its barest minimum. You will be able to clear that away and bring love to the fore. You need to learn the tenet of love. What is love? Love doesn't cheat. Love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't cause pain. Love is not selfish. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not self-centered. No. Love shares. Love sacrifices. Love abides. Then you should be ready to go through the litmus test of love. The litmus test of love. Maybe when you call me again, I will want us to look at that litmus test of love. If you can go through that, knowing that I love this person, go through those things. If you can, then you truly have love. And time also will tell.
That is going to be
God
a
help
tall
us.
order. That's going to be a tall order. I love you, Baku Painty. God have mercy. A very tall order. Well, you know, there's been so much pain in this thing we call love. Men, if it is sex you want, just let the people know. I am in for fun. If the person is ready, you roll along. Enough of the lies. Ah, well, until we come your way again next week. I am Akuda. Let's get talking.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know.